Okay, I think I've got this to... Whoa, look at that. I think I've got this to record a music... Oh, sorry, articulate. So tired. I think I've got this camera to work. It's my brother's camera. And since you've fallen asleep, I'm tired, but I don't know. I can't get you out of my head. So I'm just going to pass the time. And I thought I'd show you around. A bit about where I live, what you'll eventually see, and all that. So let's start with where I am. Really, there's not a lot to look at. At least I don't think there is. Wow, this tour is off to a great start. That's my brother's Rage Against the Machine poster. Or hardboard sort of poster. I don't know what you'd call that. Billboard, I don't know. He's had that for a really, really long time. He's had that since he was living with my cousin Christy, who's another cousin that I hate. Actually, that's probably another story there that I could tell you about. That one's a little bit hazy, I've got to admit, but it's one that I'll tell you about sometime, to as best as I can. And that's my Pink Floyd poster. Those are my hats. I wear that hat a lot, and I used to wear that hat a lot, and this is a beanie that I stole off someone. Anyway, this poster is of the back catalogue, hence backs. I didn't drop that hint subtly enough. Their back catalogue, Pink Floyd's albums. From left to right, that is. I keep forgetting its name. I'm so bad at it. It's not Animals. You'd think it's Animals because it's got a cow on it, but really it's not. It's I think it's their first record. Anyway, the next one is Piper at the Gates of Dawn. I haven't really listened to that record very much. It's pretty heavy for me, which is a lot to say from this kind of band. So the next one is of course Dark Side of the Moon. I don't have to say very much about that. Then there's Wish You Were Here. Then there's The Wall, and then there's Animals. Yeah, I got a story about the last one though. The thing in the middle of her back is a pig going between two power plants. Originally, when they made this cover, they commissioned to have a large inflatable pig that would go between these two towers. That didn't really work. The pig actually ended up drifting away. And yeah, that's all I got about that. And about that, and the Wall record right there, there's a movie about it that they made to accompany the CD. It's pretty heavy too. And the guitarist of this band, I'm friends with his cousin, and his name is Patrick Gilmore, while the guitarist's name is David Gilmore. I've actually met him. He's a pretty cool guy. Very humble. Very humble. And this is my big blue dinosaur. I got this when I turned 20. It's full of change. It's actually a change container. I think there's like maybe $60, $70 in there in 10-cent and 50-cent pieces. And guitar cases. One's got a guitar on them. Like two of them do. More guitars. That is the covering for my brother's car seats. He got that for Father's Day, which we celebrate in September. Some ironing. Guitar Hero controller. Actually, no, that's Rock Band. Oh, that's something. And this is my back balcony. It's pretty cool. It's the bus stop that I wait at. Out that way is an area called Morningside. That's where my sister lives. In 1972, this whole area was flooded, and the only thing that was left standing was this building. So am I washing? It's always a good thing to point out. That's my brother's room. And that's my room. It's not really much to look at, mainly because I haven't really been living here long enough to bring in and put up all my posters and some of the other furniture I've actually left at home. But I'll get around to it. And this bed is the most comfortable bed ever. My shoe rack, that's always pretty cool. To the left is the bathroom, but it's a shambles, so I'm not showing you it. That's the front, that's the front. This is the back view. Now you think my balcony would point out to this river, since, I think it's a bit prettier at night. But it doesn't. This building was built during the 1950s, and back then along the river there was a lot of industrial development, which for the dredging of the river so that it was navigatable. Over there in the distance you can see a city cat. I use that to get to uni. And there's the ferry pier. So I'm actually really close to public transport. I don't even drive that much. That's our pool. Seems to be getting cleaned. The big backyard. There's never anyone in it, so I'm able to go down there whenever I want. The apartments in that next building there are $1,000 a week. And yeah. It's all nice and green. Some more places that people live. The unit down the very bottom there is actually costs $50 less in rent than what my place costs. How annoying. Yeah. And this unit isn't occupied, and it doesn't have steel bars like we do. I guess that's because it's a prison. And yeah.